Let me have your attention for a minute. This is something for the ladies. I'm chilling with the queens of the Stone Age.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to Queens of the Stone Age, the show where queens sit together and smoke weed and talk about whatever we want. In the case of today, we're doing a very special Valentine's Day episode in which our lovely guests help us out with a... We just came up with the name of the segment.
Oh, Love Potline.
A love potline. That's what we're going to be doing. So we are going to be soliciting some relationship questions from the internet, and our lovely guests here are going to be answering them. But first, I want to thank the Green Angels for their lovely weed, and I want to introduce myself. My name is Mira Gonzalez, and I am the managing editor here at Mary Jane, which is a cannabis-focused media company owned by Snoop Dogg. And I am here today with two wonderful guests, Anthony and Janice. Janice is a adult performer and beautiful, wonderful person. Say hi, Janice. That's her way of saying hi.
Hello.
Oh my God, that was sexy.
And this is Anthony, who is our designer and just jack of all trades here at Mary Jane. Say hi, Anthony.
Thank you.
It's not an ASMR episode, you guys. That's another time.
I just want to be soft at first, you know.
I'm pretty
soft.
sure I also forgot to remind everybody to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, but if you're still listening, you should do that. We need that. It's helpful for us if we have more subscribers and makes me look good to my boss. So help us out with that.
Make us look good. Just make us look good.
Team follow.
It costs nothing.
So right before we got on the air, I wanted to start up this episode for Valentine's Day with a special love theme. Right before we got on the air, Janice, you were telling us that you recently went on a date. How did that go?
I did go on a date. I actually...
Tell us all about it.
I went on my first date ever, like a couple weeks ago with my friend, and it was nice. He, picked me up.
Your first date ever?
Yeah, I've never been,
Ever.
on, a date.
Interesting. So what do you like to find as a date?
When you, say, can I take you on a date?
Got it. Got it. Okay, so this is the first time someone was like, I'm gonna take you on a date.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And
I've, been places with people before, but
so
I've never
you got dinner?
I got dinner.
Very nice.
Where'd
And
you guys
then,
go?
we went to Perch in downtown
Downtown.
LA.
Okay, very
Rooftop.
nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I was like, ooh.
And did you like the guy?
It was just a friend of mine. So
Okay.
it was
It was first time dating, seeing how it goes kind of thing.
it was we're gonna fuck, but let's have some fun.
Let's have a little
formalities.
pretense
honest,
first.
let's
Yeah,
be honest.
let's get
We're gonna fuck, but also I'm hungry, so
yeah, want to be cute and
Right.
do something. And he was like, "You've never been on a date? I'll take you on a date." And I was
Cute.
like, that's cute.
That's a nice way to go on a date. I like
Yeah.
that. There's no you don't have to be nervous. You know what's going on.
also, I live in Venice, and
Yeah.
he came and picked me up, and then drove to downtown LA.
Wow,
That's
he's a
a commute.
keeper.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
serious
commute.
Wow, Anthony, have you ever been on a date?
No, not
No?
recently. Not even a serious one.
Ever? But in your
No.
life? Yeah.
Probably.
Do you want
when
me
I
to
was
take you on a
You want to
date?
wait?
We might not have sex, but
I get sugar mama. I'm always willing. For that.
Wow. Okay, so you're gonna take Anthony on a date. That's nice. Well,
I just had this experience. I'm trying to pay it forward.
yeah, right. You gotta
So that
keep
you
it
can
going.
have a date.
Mm-hmm.
But I did go on a real date yesterday.
A real date?
A real date. With someone that I didn't.
Oh, so this is
Super
other than the
know.
one that you were
Yes,
just.
yes.
Oh,
I went
and-
on another date.
okay, all right.
And
And how did that one go?
he was so nice. He was so nice. He was cute. And he goes to therapy.
Wow, that's a keeper.
Oh.
That's
I
a
know,
big time
right?
keeper. I feel like all the time people are like, "What do women want?" We want you to go to therapy. That's what we want.
But did he
Nothing
act
else.
like he went to a lot of therapy? By the way, he talked, or did he just
They
say
were,
I go to a
talking
lot
about
of therapy? Okay.
He told you. He was like, "I go to therapy." You were just
I
that guy.
need a lot of therapy either.
I don't go to therapy, but I need
on
it.
him.
Just wondering how the conversation
You're projecting
turns out.
a little. Jeez.
Wow. Okay, so he goes to therapy. So when is the wedding?
Does he want kids? When? So,
How many? When? How are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do IVF? Just natural route?
you're gonna
What's
freeze
what's
your
the
eggs
deal?
just in case.
Also, just on the record, What do you want to have kids? What are you gonna
I do, yeah.
How are you
She's
gonna do it?
definitely
Are you
gonna
gonna
have
carry
kids.
your
I don't
children?
know, actually. I mean, I my whole
feel
life.
like I want to, but also
Yeah, but also it's
doing
scary.
it.
I mean, my whole life I was like, I'm gonna get pregnant, I'm gonna have a baby. But like, I think as I've gotten older, I'm like, the earth is fucked. There's a lot of babies who need moms. Maybe I should adopt. Like, maybe that's like the right way to go for the
But
world.
how selfish is it to like want one that looks like you? Because
Right.
I look like exactly like my mom.
I know.
So then it would just look like a little me.
I know. I've got like the Gonzalez
That's
genes
cute,
are very
though.
strong. We all kind of look the same. Yeah, like my baby will look like a Gonzalez baby, which is like I like that
The
idea.
brown
It's also a
people
little
genes.
creepy though.
It's
You know, it's like
selfish
a
and
little
weird,
scary.
and I love it.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna adopt
Yeah.
a beautiful child from Brazil, so it's got like a nice glow to it, and then maybe it'll be like
Stop
Are you gonna call
fetishizing. yeah,
you know,
chill.
you never know which one
Anthony.
it's gonna be yet, but
Oh my god.
gotta pay for it.
They can be whatever gender they feel on the
Did
inside.
you see the gender lasagna?
What?
What?
Okay, no, go for it.
Okay.
Gender lasagna?
Yeah, someone like I think it had to be New Jersey, I assume, but
Or Florida.
yeah, like somewhere where there's like a large like Italian American population.
Jersey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they put dye in the ricotta
Oh my
of
god.
the lasagna for gender.
That's so cute.
That's
If I was Italian queen, I would totally do that.
Would you do a gender reveal, Anthony?
Yeah.
What
Did
kind
you
of
see-
gender reveal?
I would do like the really big ones with like the smoke exploding.
Did
Like
you
you
see
like
the
burned down a forest?
You mean like the border patrol guy who like did a gender reveal with a bomb thing and he like burned
Literally
land?
started a forest fire. Like actually started a forest fire.
Go hard or
Gender
go
reveals
home.
are fucking bad shit. All right, well, on that note, I think we should begin our pot
Real
love
soon.
line segment. Our pot advice love line, love pot advice line,
Love
advice,
pot line.
love pot line.
You
we're
win
just
that
gonna switch it up
Potline
every
bling.
time.
I personally can't
Thank
remember
you.
it, so
Anthony, what's the segment
I
called?
have a putt bod line.
Just
lot
eat a
line.
cookie. It's okay.
I can't even say it.
All right,
You don't
so
have to do anything, honey.
I opened my
Take care of
laptop
you.
because we've sourced some questions from the Reddit, the subreddit, I believe is what it's called.
not a Redditor.
r/relationship advice.
I just learned how to use Reddit today. She
I
showed
taught
me.
him.
I still
yeah.
don't know how to use Reddit.
Well, see, Tyler taught me that you can make an account and on your homepage you can have it all be like beauty subreddits, like skincare and like makeup. So that's all I do now, and it's actually really nice.
I like.
Is there a lot of photos though? Or
And
it's a
like
bunch
cute
of text?
animals and like no, it's photos. It's all photos.
I know TLDR.
I mean,
too
some of
long
them like
to
this.
read.
This
So it's
subreddit is
Pinterest.
text, but I follow photos, so you can do either one.
Okay.
So like
So
this,
you do Pinterest.
Yeah, I do Pinterest on every platform basically.
Yeah.
I do Pinterest on Instagram, I do Pinterest on Twitter, I do Pinterest on Reddit.
What about
Anything can be Pinterest. All right, so we've pulled a couple of questions from r/relationship advice. I'm going to read out the questions and then you guys are going to give advice to these people. The questions are anonymous. You'll see
Based on
why, because all of these people have chosen anonymous Reddit accounts, and so saying their name would be useless anyways. All right,
it up.
question number 1. Are we ready? Can we get a drum roll? Okay. My girlfriend wants me to act like a horse when we have sex, and I'm not into it at all. So, tiny bit of backstory. My girlfriend of 6 months loves horses, has all her life. An additional, seemingly relevant point is that during sex, sometimes she says stuff like, fuck me with that horse cock. I've never thought much of it. I thought that
People,
was
like,
just a
say
way of her
that.
saying it's big. But
People
she's,
say that.
It's true. But she's starting to take it further, and it's turned into a bit of a fetish that I'm not entirely comfortable with. A few days ago, she told me she wanted to role play, and at first I was on board, but then she said, as horses. I laughed, thinking it was a joke, but she took it the wrong way and said she was tired and went right to sleep. Trying to make her feel better, I said I'd do it the following day. Honestly, it was okay, but still very, very weird. She got so into it and said it was the best she'd ever had, and then next time she wanted to buy costumes and maybe do it on some hay. I told her no, I didn't want to do it again, and now she's back to being mad at me. Am I being a dick here? I don't know what to do. All right. What advice do you guys have for the horse guy?
I don't want to kink shame.
Okay, no kink
I'm
shaming.
going to start with
No
that.
kink
Yep,
shaming.
yep. If you're into horses, you're into horses.
I'm a
That's chill.
kink shamer.
You're a kink shamer.
I'm a huge
Well, okay, so
kink
really
shamer.
180 on that. You were
Well,
like, I'm
I'm-
not into kink shaming. I'm
No,
a
no.
kink shamer.
I said I'm not going to kink shame.
oh, but you're
them.
into it generally.
Yeah, but
Okay.
generally, I
You
have
are.
very strong opinions on
Okay.
certain kinks.
And so, what is your opinion on this certain kink, though? Because
Oh
I'm
my
curious.
God.
You could say it in like a not mean way.
no, I can't.
Because I'm not a kink shamer. I think you should, if you're into horses, like have
You have
fun.
to be open-minded.
Well, I think it's fine. And there's a lot of really like cool like fetish like leather like horse bits and like ears
aesthetic
and
stuff.
Cute.
Yeah, and like leather like hoof
or like when
gloves,
horses wear those like blindfold
blinders.
masks.
Oh, I've seen the hoof,
that's
like,
very
the
blinders
BDSM.
with a bit and the
Yeah.
hooves. Like it's like aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like
I like the dog
But
ones though.
the dog ones are way better because
Yeah,
you
the
can like
dog ones are,
walk
like, a little
people.
bit cuter
True.
with the leash.
Yeah, right.
I just think that a lot of people try to make sexual incompatibility work, you know, and you just don't have to.
Right.
And I think that you might be scarring yourself later on with, you know, like you did consent to have this experience, but it doesn't mean that you wanted it.
Right. You tried it. It's not for
Yeah.
you.
And
like,
it still might suck to experience. And putting yourself in that position over and over again where someone is asking this of you and, you know, you aren't enforcing a very strong boundary because you care about them or you love them or you don't want to hurt
Shame
their
them
feelings.
or-
Yeah,
right.
exactly. So it's
it sounds to me like this girl needs a dude who is into horses.
I
and
think
this
she
guy
just
is
needs
not.
to go online. She needs to
she
go
needs to find
online
someone
and
else
find a
who's
horse
somebody,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you agree with that, Anthony?
I would say you have to be open-minded, and if you know,
He did try it though.
He did
There's
try.
like, well, I would be like more
He drew
open-minded.
the line at hey,
How-
dude.
so what would you do then?
He
I
drew
would
the
be
line
like,
at
let's
hey.
get some like ketochloride, which is a horse tranquilizer, and I'd be like, let's do this,
Okay, but like
So
and then go to a
ketamine.
K-hole, and then never have to worry about it.
Let's
okay,
do
so
this
you're-
other horse thing instead.
so-
Let's like really role play as horses.
Yeah.
Get into the mind of the horse.
Yeah, with
By
drugs.
of an
doing
anxious horse,
It's
of
very
an aggressive
spiritual
horse.
thing for your relationships. Maybe
Maybe
you guys
the horse
both
is
realize
going to
horses
ketamine
aren't
therapy.
for you guys.
Okay, so your solve for this is one,
Be a
develop a
horse.
ketamine addiction. Two, get in such a K-hole that you can just fuck like a horse and that's fine, right? Is that basically what you're saying?
Well, it's a disassociative, so you could just like fall into a K-hole and then not be
I'm
a
glad we
horse.
have two
All right.
sides of this very
Very good.
Yours is a
All
little
right.
bit more realistic, but
Wow.
if
okay.
there's drugs, go for it.
I'm just
Well.
saying, I do ketamine every week with a doctor.
And do you fuck like a horse afterwards?
No.
So that's not like a natural result of doing ketamine? Is
have
fucking
to
like
tell
a
you,
horse?
never thought I was a horse.
Never thought you were a
even-
horse. Wow. This to me, I will say, feels like the logical result of like a horse girl, right? Like this is like
We're
a
all
horse girl
thinking
gone
it.
way too far.
We're all
Like-
thinking it,
Like
like-
no one stopped her, and this is what happened.
But like, what about cowboys?
That's not a horse fetish.
That's not a-
I mean, it could be. I guess it could be.
Cowboy and horse girl are not like the same
Not the same thing.
thing. It's
All
like
right.
a booty call and a butt dial are not the same thing.
All right, next question.
I'm really sorry, horse guy. I hope that
Yeah.
you guys can either
Break
find
up.
a middle ground.
Yeah. Either develop a ketamine addiction, break up, or find a nice middle ground.
Yeah, maybe she like
Maybe
fucks
open up
people
the
with horses.
relationship.
Yes.
You know, like maybe she can fuck horse guys on
Buy
the
a
side.
horse.
and
Buy
then,
her
like,
horse.
No.
And then see what she does.
Don't let the
we
horse
do
fuck
not
her. Someone died from
condone
that.
Bestiality.
Rest in peace, Mr. Hands.
We. Please read the next one.
Anyways,
God.
let's move on. Let's move on really fast. All right, here we go. Ready, guys? Next one. My boyfriend is into butt stuff. I am horrified by assholes. My boyfriend gets off on having things in his ass, and it's slowly come to full fruition over the course of our relationship. I hate assholes. They do nothing for me. I don't want to look at them, touch them, or have mine looked at / touched. I don't like thinking they exist, and I am really probably not going to change my mind. My other issue is that I'm also proud of him for it. He has come so far with being comfortable with his sexual desires, and I'm overjoyed seeing him do so well for himself, especially since we're long distance. Occasionally, I'll send him nudes when I'm up in the middle of the night because he likes waking up to them. But the problem is that now I wake up to pictures of him really hard with toys up his ass. I don't want this. I never wanted this. Thinking about putting
Is she
things...
punctuating it like you're
Yes, she is,
speaking it?
100%.
Thank you.
Thinking about putting things in butts makes me want to vomit, and I don't want anything to do with it. But I'm also in the position of not wanting to tell him because I don't want him to feel ashamed or embarrassed. Please help me. All right, who wants to start?
Anthony, you go first. I went
Okay.
first before.
I personally don't eat ass, so I can feel her pain
But
on
it's
that.
not eating ass, it's just having things
All
up his
buttholes.
asshole.
Okay,
He's just into assholes.
I would just be honest and let him know she's not into buttholes,
Uh-huh.
and then that would just stop the photos. Because I feel like I wouldn't want to wake up with like a bunch of butthole ones, but
Right, but what if she loves him and he's into
buy him
assholes?
cute ones,
Buy him cute what?
like
Assholes?
bedazzled ass plugs.
I am continuously amazed by your solutions to these problems. Like, it's not what I would think. It's just not.
It's bedazzled. It just like adds some.
I have a bedazzled plug. I have a plug that's just
You have a bedazzled ass
Well,
plug?
it's like a gem on the
Yeah.
plug.
Right,
You
like
put
the
it
plug
in.
itself can't be bedazzled because that was hurt, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's
the-
like
that very
painful.
old woman like went to the hospital for vajazzling.
Excuse
remember?
me?
Vajazzling.
I do not
That's
remember. I remember vajazzling though.
Yeah,
That's
like one like got in, like she had sex and it was like in her.
Wow, my worst
Is that
nightmare.
when like we? Put
I mean, I put all
rhinestones?
sorts of
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
right?
okay. Okay.
Yeah, vajazzling is rhinestones
Yeah.
on the vagina, right? Or on the
Vulva.
vulva? It's really on the vulva? I thought it was just on like the mound.
The mons
pubic
pubis.
mound. Yeah. Literally the least nicely named thing on the
Yeah.
human body. Like horrifying.
That bone part.
Wow.
Y'all.
Okay, so we have one solution, which is buy rhinestone butt plugs. Very nice solution, very pretty, very sparkly. Janice, what do you say?
If she would like to stay together with him, if she really, really, really loves him.
So first of all, your advice is to think about whether or not you actually want to stay with this guy.
Yeah. Think about what you're willing to like compromise in the relationship. And if you want to stay in the relationship, maybe focus on like asking for like, hey, like, I love your dick. Can I see more of that instead? And like sort of leaning like.
Right. So like positively encouraging in other directions.
Exactly.
I
And
see.
maybe, he'll like get the hint. She might
Right.
still get butthole pics though.
Right. But
she
then,
can
like, what if
encourage
he's
him
not?
to.
What if he's not satisfied then? Like, what if he's like, I want my asshole played with? Like, what are you?
Well,
what
I
do you
think
do
she's
then?
still doing it. I think she's still doing the butt
Oh,
stuff. She just
interesting.
doesn't
want these photos.
Photos of things in his ass. And
Right,
I
right.
think maybe she could encourage him to start like an anonymous blog or an account online
Of asshole pics?
Yeah,
Okay,
I have an
all right.
Instagram follower that I had to block because he was
Shout out to
commenting.
that person.
Can I make you a custom twerk video?
Okay.
And you go on his page and it's
Interesting.
an anonymous like chubby man in thongs just like
Oh, I've
twerking.
seen this. Okay.
Wow. Oh,
I've
so
seen
he
this
wanted to
guy's-
do the twerking. He didn't want to film you twerking. He wanted to twerk for you and send you a video.
Like with
Oh.
my name written all over his body and
Interesting.
stuff.
Interesting.
And
Okay. All
I
right.
keep looking down because I'm not sure if my nipple is falling out. I just can't tell.
If it is, it'll just be like nice for people watching.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I don't think you have to worry about it.
Anyway,
Unless you're concerned, in which case that's fine.
but yeah, I'm really serious about like compromise and
So you think that this girl, like, there could be a happy compromise met between the boyfriend who likes assholes too much and the girlfriend who doesn't at all?
I don't like saliva.
Interesting. I also hate saliva. I'm
like
not
if
into
the
it.
kiss is too wet, I
Yeah.
will like pull off and wipe my face.
Yeah, no, it's gross. I dated a guy who was too spitty once, and it was like one of the worst experiences of my life.
In porn, when I'm sucking dick, I go like this, and people are like, "Oh my god, she's playing with it." And
No,
I'm
it's
like, "Get
spit.
it away, get it away!" And like I'll go like this, and I'm like rubbing it on their leg.
Like, I don't want
So
this
Elliot-
spit
Yeah,
on my
I'm
mouth.
like rubbing it on the back of their leg, like behind their knees. Like I'm like,
Wow.
get it away.
So what would
from
you do
me."
if you were dating a guy who was like really into spitting?
I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't. You would be like, no, not down.
hard line.
You
Hard
find
line.
out really. I feel
Hard
like you find
line.
out really early, like if
Yeah.
they like to spit on you.
I mean, I guess this girl is saying that like buttholes are like a soft line for her. Like she just doesn't want those pics, but it's like pretty much okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you're right. I think that, well, first of all, glitter butt plugs, very good idea. Second of all, I think that there can be like
Maybe
an
both.
honest conversation.
Maybe
Both.
she could get
Maybe you could do
him
both.
it.
You could get him butt plugs that you would want to see a picture of.
Or like plugs that cover the butthole part.
Mm,
so
like
it's
a
like
frizzy.
so
enough,
it's just
yeah.
like cheeks and like
right.
the
You could just
top
have
of
like
the
a whole
plug.
like disc kind
Yes.
of over.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Wow,
There you
that's
go.
a good one.
trendy.
Okay, butt plug with a disc on it. I
Genius.
think we found it. All right. Next question.
Genius.
Oh, this is a good one. This is one that I've actually had before myself. How do I get over myself so I can finally just let it rip and take dumps at my boyfriend's place? Okay, she says, I hate that I even have to ask this, but I'm currently sitting on the toilet where I've been for nearly 10 minutes now on the verge of tears because I'm so ashamed and embarrassed that it has gotten to this point and I don't know where else to turn. I was holding in gas and literal shit all day because I've been with my boyfriend and I'm currently dealing with the consequences. I've got insane stomach cramps that make me want to vomit.
I feel like I keep
They skipped me
interrupting
in the
her.
rotation.
Well, I keep interrupting her every time she's reading a question. I'm like, oh, it's time for the blunt.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, I'm always happy to be interrupted with a blunt, though. That's always good.
oh, I'm sorry. Give it back to her.
Here you
Oh.
go. Reverse.
I'm crying.
I'm
you
sorry,
guys.
this is real
Include
weed
me.
happen-
Okay, anyways, back to the
happens.
question. Back to the question. I was holding in gas and literal shit all day today because I've been with my boyfriend and I am currently dealing with the consequences. I've got insane stomach cramps that make me want to vomit. Luckily, I'm at my own house now because my boyfriend was kind enough to let me drive his car back home at fucking midnight so I could not be doing this to myself. Wow. This is really such a non-issue that I shouldn't be freaking out about it, but I was freaking out about it. I let him know I was feeling extremely distressed. And I could tell he was getting annoyed that I couldn't just take care of it, and he was falling into disbelief. But I couldn't will myself to let anything happen. I was way too embarrassed. He started laughing, and I get it, because this is a really silly issue to have when it's made clear that it's something I don't need to be freaking out about. What makes it difficult is that my boyfriend's bathroom is in his bedroom, and his place is small enough that the people where he lives would definitely be able to hear whatever I'm doing in there. And this particular experience would have been disastrous. I'm glad I came home because things are not pretty and happening extremely slow. So, how do I lose my shame around pooping? Why am I even feeling shame? What's a good first step?
I have an answer.
Go. Seems like you both have an answer.
I want to start with eat more fiber. I just want to start with
That's healthy.
Your poops don't sound healthy. I just want to I don't know.
Because it's taking
She seems
so
like
long?
she's having problems, and she said it wasn't pretty,
It
and
could've been the
but she
milk
held
or
it
something.
in
For a long
Yeah,
time,
but that's what
right?
I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things, right? Okay, so first of all, fiber.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. My poop, I'm not super ashamed to poop because I don't know. I'm a quick pooper,
Right.
and I think I eat well enough that
Yeah, maybe you're not a quick enough pooper. Maybe that's the problem. She's just not pooping quickly enough. So it's like everyone can hear it. She's in there
everyone is
forever.
different. I
Right.
get. I don't know what people. I haven't experienced.
Some people like to read really long novels.
I've been in buttholes. A bunch.
Okay, you've been in a lot of buttholes. Right, so you do have experience in a way.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay, all right. And so she needs more fiber. What other advice do you have? Is that about it?
Yeah. Well, also just how old are you? How old is she? Doesn't it say?
She didn't say, no.
Oh, doesn't it usually say
It's anonymous.
28?
Oh, yeah, it does, but I took it out because I wanted it to be anonymous. I was concerned.
Well, eat more fiber, and also your boyfriend poops too, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
Has he never pooped in the whole time?
Yeah, when does your boyfriend poop, right?
Do you hear him?
Maybe he's just not ashamed of it and she just still is.
Do they
But
poop
if-
together?
But if you know what I'm saying,
good-
she can gauge what it sounds like for him to sort
Right.
of think about
Right, have
what's
you ever
the
heard your boyfriend
reality-
pooping? Because if you haven't, probably no one can hear you poop.
What's the reality of someone
Right.
hearing you poop? What if you put down a piece of toilet paper before you go?
Is that a secret?
Yeah.
This is a secret that I've heard a couple of girls tell me, and I'm still in disbelief. The idea is that you put a piece of toilet paper on your hand, and then you catch it.
I put a piece of toilet paper in the toilet.
But
and
how does it?
it makes it not splash?
Splash on the
Oh,
when it
because it's just
drops.
floating on top, and so you can just kind of
It just sort
doesn't
of
hit the
breaks
water.
the fall.
Okay, so you could break the fall with some toilet paper.
It's real. Or I guess do the thing Mira's talking about where you shit.
No. I've had some girlfriends bring that up to me, and it's
She's like, yeah, look,
it's insane, right?
Have
Why?
you tried it?
Wait, so do they even use the toilet then? Or do they just shit and they place it in the toilet?
Slam dunk.
I'm pretty sure they shit and you'd have to drop it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it seems insane.
So
right?
are they doing it over
Does
the
it-
toilet? Because it seems like it would be...
Sounds messy.
It
Yeah.
sounds messy, and it sounds unnecessary.
It just sounds unnecessary.
what you're saying
for
makes
sure.
sense, and I feel like that's what I kind of thought it was.
Also,
but then I had a friend
why
explain
are-
it to me specifically, and I was like, that doesn't.
Why
I
are
don't get
toilets
it.
so poorly designed? They're very loud. Why does
hate
my
public
pee make
toilets.
so much
True.
noise?
Okay, Anthony, what advice do you have for the poop
I
shy
personally am
woman?
bad at this one, but I don't like to poop in public. So I would say wait until you get home. But she could also
That's
just
what she did.
take a
That's the problem.
Yeah, or she could have just turned on the shower and said she was gonna get in the shower and then taken as ever long and turn on the shower and
And
wasted
lock the
some
door.
water. Yeah.
But what if she came out then and she wasn't wet at all?
She could
that.
get wet.
Yeah, just,
commit
wet
to
her
the
hair.
lie.
Okay, so pretend you're taking a shower every time you have to poop.
No, and then you
Or
go take a
shower when you
yeah,
poop.
Do both.
So take a shower every time you poop.
Yeah, maybe that could be
also,
her kink.
go
That could be her
home.
thing. Be like, oh my god, I have to poop and then shower. Some people are like that.
Wow, some people shower every time they poop. That's what
right
you're telling
after,
me.
yeah. Some
I
people do
dated a
that.
guy who has to put on his clothes to poop. If we were naked.
Okay, hold on, because I dated a guy who had to take off all his clothes when he pooped. They're the exact opposite. You would have to get fully naked.
So you saw him poop, and that was normal.
What are you doing?
Me and Mira
He was
live these
shocked.
weird parallel lives.
He was shocked that I didn't take off all of my clothes when I pooped.
Did you at least leave the door open?
He I think he was
Or did you
in
just,
there, and I was
notice?
oh, can I come in for a second? And he was like, yeah, and he was sitting there, and I was like, what the fuck is happening in here?
That's
I'd
some
get
OCD stuff.
a toothbrush or something. It was really, yeah, maybe it was OCD. I don't know what it was. I think about it all the time. It kind of haunts me. I'm not gonna lie.
I think about the guy who has to put on all of his clothes
What
to
if they're
poop.
brothers?
Did they have brothers?
No, mine
Yeah.
only had a sister. Okay, all right. Next question. Are you guys ready? This is the grand finale question.
Okay.
Okay.
Those weren't big. I was like, we started strong.
I mean, this one is probably about as good as just the last one, so I
my
decided to
mouth
call it the
hurts a
grand
little
finale.
from laughing.
I've already finished the bottle of water. You guys hydrated.
Okay, I feel like I should like drink this, do some vocal
This
warm-ups.
is why I have
before
a
do the last one.
UTI.
'Cause you don't drink enough water.
I'm sitting on my foot too. What's wrong with me?
You need to drink more water. Why do you have a UTI and you need to like take cranberry pills or something?
I know.
You need to like go do
Aren't
something.
there like
I
fruit
know.
pills now?
I once let a UTI become a kidney infection and it
I-
was a nightmare.
I had a bladder infection.
Ooh, that's not good.
It's like the step before kidney.
Yeah,
Pee
fuck.
after sex, friends.
They're all bad. Anyways, yeah, pee after sex.
Also,
That's
don't
like,
hold your pee. When you
don't
have to
hold
go
your
to the
pee.
bathroom,
Yeah, don't hold
back
it.
to the poo thing, like,
Yeah.
if something needs to come out of your body, like,
Let it out.
go somewhere and let it out.
Let
Like,
it the fuck out.
Go
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
if you have to.
100%.
Also, there's probably another bathroom in his house. There's one bathroom in his
I
entire
think that's what
house.
she's
In
saying.
his
No,
There's
but
one bathroom.
but in his room,
No,
and he
just
has
in his
roommates.
room.
But he has roommates. Go
right,
in the,
but then she would have to be like, I'm pooping. I'm gonna go to the other bathroom. And I think maybe that's a concern.
I just feel like it's just not
She
that
should carry
deep.
like air.
I mean, okay,
like air
poopery.
freshener. Yeah,
Let me
like
say,
poopery, right? I mean,
as somebody who's like lived with a man for a while now, for the first couple of weeks, I was like a little bit like, can you hear me pooping? Like, what's going on? And then I got over it. I think it might just be a time thing. I think if you're with this person long enough, it all goes out the window. You're just like, I'm gonna poop. I poop. I'm a person. Like, there's nothing you can do. In the beginning, maybe you're like, I want to pretend I don't poop. And like,
Okay.
I'm
I
not
have
a
a
person.
child.
One
so I
time-
clean up the baby poop.
One time I pooped at a guy's house and the water turned off. They turned off the water that day and I flushed the toilet by like, you know, when you like pour like water
down it
in,
to flush
like,
it?
Yeah. Wow. Have you guys read
But
that
I
story?
was like, and he was like a super
Did you go tell him like
crazy. No,
No, you just- you
absolutely
flushed
not.
it. You
well,
got it
because
down.
he's crazy. I would never tell him that there was poop stuck in his toilet. He would have a conniption. He would
That's- oh
melt
my
the
God.
fuck down.
Oh my god. So did you guys read that story? I think it was a Twitter thread of a girl talking about how she pooped at her boyfriend's house and then the plumbing just wasn't working. It couldn't flush or whatever. So she picked it up with the toilet paper, wrapped it in toilet paper, and then she didn't know what to do with it. She like there wasn't like a window she could throw it out of, so she fucking put it in her purse and like hung out until she got to go and then throw it away. It was like a Tinder date with someone she barely knew. And she just hung out for a minute and she's like, I really like you. I gotta go.
No.
There's
That's when you
crap in
do
my
just like
purse.
leave their house and then just run. If it was a Tinder date, fuck that. I would not
She
put
like
that in my
liked
bag.
him. She was like down. Like it was like
I don't know how
I
that
can't
got there.
believe that.
right. Like I can't believe it got that far. Like who? Why didn't she stop
mean,
herself? Like what?
Okay,
Anyways,
hit me
okay.
with the finale,
All right,
baby.
finale question. Here we go. I think that my girlfriend is secretly a furry and cheating on me. I've been dating my girlfriend for 1.5 years, and everything's been great between us in every sense. But I should mention that my girlfriend is obsessed with animals. Her room is filled with stuffed animals. When we have sex, she refuses to clear them off her bed. She even holds them sometimes while we're doing it, and I thought it was cute until I found something highly suspicious in the trunk of her car. My girlfriend spends weekends in the city with her girlfriends about once every 2 months. Yesterday, she returned from one of those weekends and asked me to get something from her car. Upon opening the trunk, I found a cardboard box with a dildo, sex beads, a half-empty bottle of lube, and a very detailed bunny costume. When I asked her about it, she explained that she bought the dildo and beads as a surprise for us to use on Valentine's Day, and that the bunny costume was for her to wear to her family Easter party. I was very suspicious because besides the headpiece, the bunny costume was highly sexualized. She's never shown signs of cheating before, but I'm having a lot of trouble buying her explanations, and now I'm afraid that these quote-unquote girl weekends in the city were actually her going off to some weird furry sex party. Does anyone have any advice on how I can confirm my fears without directly calling her out on this? Guys?
Stalk her, follow her, and figure out where the parties are at.
Like, literally, like, follow her with your body? Like, take your car
Let's
and, like...
not
Just follow,
stalk
not
people.
stalk, but you could check her phone, put a pin, see where
Let's
the
not
party's
do
at.
it. And I
do you go
Do
about
you want to
disagree.
see the party?
Okay, so...
Hard disagree.
We got two, like, very opposite points here. Anthony is saying stalk her, like...
I'm trying to
fucking-
see what's going on at these parties. I want to know.
So how do you,
You
go
could
about
Google furry.
doing that? Like, what do you follow her car? Like, isn't she going to notice?
Put a tracker.
You put a tracker on
Yeah.
her
Realistically,
car.
you should have your friend follow her that she doesn't know.
Yes.
Hey, Janice, do you want to follow?
So first you're like, no stalking, and then you're like, but if you want to stalk well, like,
Yeah,
this is
like,
what you do.
If you're gonna stalk,
Afar.
If you're going to do it, you might as well do it
like
well.
stop being dumb about it. Anyway,
Okay, so you say stalk her and find out if she's going to these
Figure out
parties
what's
or not.
going on and get.
Okay,
like,
so let's say
evidence.
he stalked her to the point of getting somewhere, and she walked into a building and he couldn't get into it. How does he know if she's having a furry sex party in there or not?
Listen.
Okay,
Listen.
dude, she is obviously a furry.
Okay,
Like-
all right. That's
Like, no,
Why
that's
won't
the
you see
elephant
it?
in the room. Like,
is that she's definitely a furry.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's for sure a furry.
a
yeah.
sexualized, detailed rabbit costume.
Like I
in
can
the trunk
speak,
of-
I think I can speak for most women when I say that that's not something we just have if we're not furries.
Also, the
was
Easter
around-
party. So it's Valentine's
A
Day
children's
and
Easter party?
Easter,
What does it have,
and
like, a-
they're. It's what month was that posted in? Like
And what
Easter
city
is
do they
in
live in?
April.
Oh my
Easter
God.
is in April, y'all.
Fuck.
And
Like,
Valentine's
even
Day.
if it was near Easter, like she would not buy a highly detailed sexualized bunny
Yeah,
costume.
it's a Sunday.
No.
Easter Sunday is
I had
Like,
a-
that doesn't make
No.
sense.
I had a Ratatouille costume once.
Yeah, and it's like
Remy,
a big fucking
It's
like.
it's very cartoonish and
Yeah.
not form fitting.
I mean, like,
And
was
it-
there? I wonder what highly sexualized means. Was there
she,
like
she might not be
holes?
cheating on him, you know? She might just be like going and being
experimenting,
a furry.
hanging
no,
out with
like,
people? Yeah,
You know, like
I've
Maybe
read-
she's creating content and has
Maybe-
like a secret Instagram.
maybe it's
maybe
nice
she's an
if-
influencer.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's nice of her that she's like not getting him involved in like something that she's like not 100% sure of. Unlike the people who are like forcing their sexual fetishes
True,
on
like the
their
horse
partner.
girl.
This girl is like
Like the
trying
horse
to
Yeah.
like
At least she's
get
not
her-
doing like emotional blackmail. Like you have to be a furry with me or I hate you. Like that's
And she might not be cheating on him. She could
That's
just
true.
be dressing up like a furry.
Right, she might just be experimenting.
like hanging around. I don't know what furries do.
I don't know what they do, but I mean,
Actually, I have had contact with some furry.
what do you
I
mean
just
by
said that,
contact?
like aliens.
Don't they
That's
have
what
like
I-
a pack? You like
No,
run
like,
in
You
a
said
pack?
like it was a euphemism for something.
No,
Like,
I like was just like talking about furries like they were alien people. Sorry.
you have made contact with me inside my brain. So you've known some
Anyway,
furries.
yeah, I've met some
Nice
furries.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of the furries I've met are
Yeah, I
nice.
mean,
You
I've
should
had,
actually
like,
get
I don't
a
think I've like
costume
met
and
a
try
mean
it out.
furry.
There's
I mean,
like
I'm
a lot of furries
pornographer,
at like
so-
Comic Con and stuff, right? Like I feel like she
Yeah.
could just be
Are
going to like a
they?
meetup. Like yeah, they're like all
Like
over
an
the place,
anime
right?
expo or something.
Yeah, we went to
like-
Hentai Con and there were furries for sure. And
I
no
would-
one
So it
was
could be
fucking
something
there.
like that.
That's different than a Comic-Con.
That's true. That's absolutely
Hentai
true.
Con.
But nobody was fucking there, right? It was like
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're not like I go to AVN and the whole day at the convention I'm a
Right.
pornographer at a porn booth and we're not having sex.
Right.
We can't even show nipple on the
right.
floor.
But
Like,
what about the fact that this woman is lying about it? Like that, because that's an issue,
But
right?
what if
is
she
lying
is having girls' weekends and this is
with
just like
girlfriends who are furries?
This is just like the part of the story
Oh,
she's
that's kinda
omitting.
sweet. I see.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's cute. That's cute.
What if?
I feel like
I'm just-
maybe the way to go
I'm
is
not being the devil's advocate because the devil doesn't need an advocate. Thus, the devil.
yeah, that's true. So like she's definitely a furry. She might not be cheating on you though. I feel like the way to go is to be like, look, I'm accepting of whatever your thing is. Like maybe like we
Hey,
can
Yeah,
I
like,
found your.
whatever.
Hey, I
Like,
found this thing.
I found your sexy rabbit costume. I know
You
that
should
it's not
get
for a
a
children's
costume
party.
to match and then just like surprise her.
Oh, he should get like a boy
Yeah.
version of the
I
bunny
hate that
costume. And
idea.
be like, hey.
Surprise!
too much.
I mean, he
I'm
doesn't-
sorry, I'm being so serious, you guys. I'm just like, stop telling these people bad ideas.
It sounds
wrong
fun.
advice.
I mean, it
They told me to stalk him.
Yeah, we don't condone any of Anthony's advice, to be clear. Like, as a company, that's
Yeah, don't take
it's
my
here.
Relationship
We don't
101,
condone
you
it. We
guys.
don't stalk anyone, please. I mean, okay, but it seems like this guy's main issue is not necessarily that she is a furry, but that she's lying to him and potentially cheating on him.
Well,
right? So
he
that
wants-
seems like the issue to address.
Doesn't it say, how can I confirm this?
It says-
Re-furries.
Right. How can I confirm my fears without directly calling her out on this? So I'm saying directly call her out on it, but obviously he just said don't.
He
so
could be
Call her
like,
Cookie
"Can I get a
Street."
sexy photo of you
No.
in that rabbit costume?"
No, he has to ask
nope.
her.
They're dating.
He has to ask her.
I think the only way is to ask her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
you have
understand-
to confront it up front.
What do you want to do? Set up a secret?
Yeah, because the
Catch
only
you in the-
alternative
like,
is to do
I wanna
Anthony's
see it.
thing. The only alternative is to be like, all right, now I'm a stalker and I'm going to stalk you, which is what
Yeah.
Anthony said. And again, we don't condone that. So I
Just
think
get to know her more.
you have to be honest,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I
there's-
love the cookie you were smoking.
They're good.
like you tried to smoke the cookie?
No, like I was holding it like this, and it just looked like the smoke was coming off the
Like
cookie.
the cookie was smoking the
Yeah.
blunt.
Wait, no,
No, we got to end this. It's
too
getting
much.
too out there. It's too much. The blunt is too small now. It's gotten out of control, you guys. All
These
right.
are-
show is
Fun.
one blunt long.
That's true. Wow. Okay, so I want to close with just some general relationship advice.
yeah.
What is just some advice that you give to people who are in new relationships who like want to know what you guys think? Let's start with Anthony.
Wait, ladies first.
Okay, let's start with Janice.
He just started eating a cookie, and I like put mine down to get ready.
These
for
are
you.
extremely dry
Okay.
cookies, and we're smoking a lot of weed. So,
Cottonmouth's a bitch.
yeah. All right,
Anyway.
everyone, take a sip of water. Do some vocal warm ups if you need to. Right? Isn't that one? All right, anyways, go ahead.
General relationship advice. Be honest with yourself. Like yourself, and spend time with yourself, and be at least moderately comfortable being alone before you get into a relationship.
That's
or
good advice.
Be really serious with someone. Be truthful with your partner. Understand what your expectations are, and understand that they may change, and people may change.
Very good advice. Anthony?
I would
sweet
say I would say don't settle. That's
Okay.
always true.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my best friend's mom, she told me that it takes just as amount of effort to fall in love with a rich man as it does a poor.
And what do you think that means?
It
They
takes the
should
same
marry
amount
a
of
rich
effort
man?
to fall in love. So if you
So
can
you
might
fall
as well fall in
love with a rich man?
Yeah.
I think that's good advice, right? If it takes the same amount of effort either way, you might as well pick the one with more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't go too high up before we eat the rich.
True. All right. My advice is going to be to pee after sex, always.
Yeah.
You might want to lay there and like be cute for a second. No, get up and go right to the bathroom and piss and then go sit down and be cute.
Get cranberry pills.
Get
Keep
cranberry
them on
pills.
deck.
And if you have issues with
Venenos.
yeast infections, vaginal probiotics are great.
Smoke weed.
And smoke weed every day.
Also smoke weed.
Yeah.
Every day.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. This has
Thanks
been
for letting
lovely.
us ramble. Or
Um,
me.
So you guys
Oh my
clap.
God. Happy to let you guys ramble. Well, you guys can clap. Do you want to give me like a
No.
standing ovation? Anyways.
Snaps for Mira.
Yeah, it might be not nice to hear people like.
Now the next
clapping
segment.
with
How
their
many
mic.
cookies can you fit in your mouth?
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Remember to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, and you can check us out on YouTube as well if you want to see our beautiful faces. You can find us on Mary Jane's channel or on Westfest, which is Snoop's channel. And remember to subscribe and rate us. And remember to, do you guys have anything you want to plug?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Buy my fleshlight.
And buy
Yeah.
Janice's fleshlight. It's
Don't
very
have
nice.
a Valentine? You don't have to be lonely.
Very nice. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
I'm chilling with the queens of the Stone Age.